Let's look at this sum. The base of a triangle is 3 centimeters longer than the height. Given that the area of the triangle is 35 centimeters squared, determine the height of the triangle. Now, I'm laughing because these are the kind of sums that made people come out of the exam saying the exam was easy. I think it's because most of them never tried to understand what the question was asking. So this question, there's an aspect it's trying to test on factorization and simplifying. But let's see where that comes in. So imagine you have this triangle. Here is my triangle. I am told that the base is 3 centimeters longer than the height. So we have our height here. So assume that height is h, okay? Then we have our base that is height plus 3, right? And the whole area of the triangle is 35 centimeters squared. We know very well that the area of the triangle is a half base times height, right? That means we have a half, you multiply by the base, which is h plus 3, right? Then you multiply by height, giving you 35, right? The first thing you do is to eliminate these two. So multiply both sides by 2 over 1 and both sides by 2 over what? By 2 over 1. So by this one, that one ends, right? So we have h plus 3 into bracket, you multiply by h, giving you 70, right? So we have h squared plus 3h, which equals to what? To 70. Bring this 70 this other side and say that h squared plus 3h minus 70 equals 0, right? This is the aspect I was telling you about. We need to factorize this 3h to give us two factors that, if added, can give us 3h and can be divisible to make this 70 simpler and this h squared simpler. So we can say we can have -7 and +10. So we can say that h squared plus +10h, right? Then we subtract 7, right? We subtract 7h, right? Minus 70 equals 0, right? So we have these two. We have these two. So coming to this side here, we can say that h, we get 1h out of this bracket here, and we can have h plus 10, right? Then we can have 7 divides both here, 7 divides both here, so we can have -7 out here. So -7 divided by this, you get h, right? And here, this negative and this negative here, we get positive, right? +10, that gives you 0, right? So we have h minus 7 equals 0 and h plus 10 equals 0. Equals what? Equals 0. Sure. So if we take this -7 to this other side, it becomes positive, and we can say that h equals 7. If you take this 10 to the other side, it becomes negative. So h equals -10. So h is either -7, h is either +7 or -10. Now, height can never be negative, right? So we can only say that height equals 7 centimeters. And we can confirm that because if height is 7, then the base is 10. So a half times 7 times 10, that is 70 divided by 2, you get 35, right? Sure.